International Strategic Business Management, step in international strategic formulation. First is to develop a mission statement. Is a declaration of what makes the business important. By design, it guides the actions of the employees and draws in customers by creating direction by explaining what company intends to accomplish. Next is perform a SWOT analysis. Is a tool for documenting internal strengths and weaknesses in your business as well as external opportunities and threats. You can use the information in your business planning to help achieve your goals, to work out if something is an internal or external factor. As Ask yourself if it would exist even if your business didn't. If it would, then it's an external factor. First, decide on the objectives of your SWOT analysis. To get the most out of your SWOT analysis, you should have a question or objective in mind from the start. For example, you could use a SWOT analysis to help you decide if you should introduce a new product or service or change your processes. Next, research your business, industry, and market. Before you begin the SWOT analysis, you need to do some research to understand your business, industries, and market. Next, list your business trends. The first step is to identify and list what you think are your business trends. Example could include trends relating to employees, financial resources, your business location, cost cost advantages, and competitiveness. Next is list your business weaknesses. List things in your business that you consider to be weakness. Example, that your business are at a disadvantage to others. Weaknesses could include an absence of new product or clients, absenteeism, a lack of intellectual property, declining market share, and distance to market. Less potential opportunities for your business. Think about the possible external opportunities for your business. Next is list potential threats to your business. Less external factors that could be a threat or cause a problem for your business. Example of the threats could include rising unemployment, increasing competition, higher interest rates, and the uncertainty of global market. Next is establish properties from the SWOT. When you have completed the steps above, you will have 4 separate lists. Ideally, this list can be displayed side by side. You can have an overall picture of your business in running and what issues you need to address. The last one is develop a strategy to address issues in the SWOT. Once you review your 4 prioritized list by asking, how can we use our strength to take advantage of the opportunities identified? How can we use these strengths to overcome the threats identified? What do we need to do to overcome the identified weaknesses in order to take advantage of the opportunities? And the last question is, how will we minimize our weaknesses to overcome the identified threats? Once you have answered these questions and finalize your list, you can now use the SWOT analysis to develop strategies for achieving your business goals. Next is set a strategic goals. Can have a significant impact on the success and productivity of your team. Strategic goals influence how and where attempts energy and resources are used. They also provide the team with concrete objectives that will keep the focus on and motivated. Example Example of strategic goals for finance. Create and launch new products, increase customers' conversation, become market leader, customer satisfaction, and for examples of strategic goals for customers. Improve customer satisfaction, decrease the number of product returns, increase net promoter score, and response time to compliance. Next is example of strategic goals for business processes. Increase web traffic, number of application, number of backlinks, vendor performance. Next stage is to develop tactical goals and plans. A tactical plan outlines the necessary steps required to fulfill strategic business plans. These are short-term steps and actions designed to help companies achieve long-term goals. Tactical plans may change according to events that occur in the workplace and a company's specific needs. Tactical goals are targets that are established quickly in response to real-world conditions as they occur, where strategy is based on predictions about the future. Tactics are based on current realities. As such, tactical goals aren't planned as far in advance as strategic goals. For example, assume for a moment your company sells insurance product in a large metropolitan area. For example, if you decide one of the best way to reach your target customers in TV advertising, then the tactical plan needs to carefully spell out the specifics of the TV campaign. Next is develop a control framework. A control framework is a data structure that organizes and categorizes an organization's internal controls, which are practices and procedures established to create business value and minimize risk. Risk response, control activities, information, and communication monitoring. Environmental scan and market screening. An environmental scan is a systematic collection of data about all elements of the firm's external and internal environments, including markets, regulatory issues, competitors' actions, production costs, and labor productivity. Environmental scanning is an important part of the business process, as it is the responsibility of an organization to keep a check on things which can put negative impacts on their business and their customers. The member of the organization look for the prominent internal and external threats which adversely affects the organizations, not only the issues which directly impact their customers and suppliers, but also the issues which impact the competitors and overall environment of the industry are scanned, and new strategies are developed to deal with these issues. For example, an example would be if you were going to build a fast food restaurant, you would evaluate the locations, the population, social and economic conditions, and other factors that would help to determine the success or failure of the ventures. It is usually a part of strategic planning, but just one part of it. Next is market screening, a version of environmental scanning in which the firm identifies desirable markets by using the environmental forces to discriminate the less desirable markets, permits management to identify a small number of desirable by eliminating those judged to be least attractive. Market screening are market screening is also a process used to evaluate markets according to its compatibility with overall competencies and business objectives of the company. Next, level of international strategy. Corporate strategy. It attempts to define the domain of business the firm intends to operate. A corporate strategy entails a clearly defined long-term vision that organizations set, seeking to create corporate value and motivate the workforce to implement the proper actions to achieve customer satisfaction. In addition, corporate strategy is a continuous process that requires a constant effort to engage investors entrusting the company with their money, thereby increasing the company's equity. Organizations that manage to deliver customer value and failingly are those that revisit their corporate strategy regular to improve areas that may not deliver the aim results. The single business strategy calls for a firm to rely on a single business product or services for all its revenue. A single business strategy exists when a company derives more than 95% of its revenue from a single business activity. As the percentage decreases, a business is said be following increasingly diversified strategies. The most significant advantage of this strategy is that the firm can concentrate all its resources and expertise on that one product or service. However, the strategy also increases the firm's vulnerability to its competition and changes in the external environment. Related diversification, the most common corporate strategy calls for the firm to operate in the several different but fundamentally related businesses, industries, or market at the same time. Diversification is a form of corporate strategy that seeks to increase profitability through greater sales volume obtained from new product or new markets. This strategy allowed the firms to leverage a distinctive competence in one market in order to strengthen its competitiveness in others. Rather. The goal of related diversification and the basic relationship linking various operations and often defined in the firm's mission statement. A third corporate strategy international businesses may use is unrelated diversification whereby a firm operates in several unrelated industries and markets. Example, corporate strategy may pertain to different aspects of a firm, yet the strategies that most organizations use are cost leadership and product diversification. Cost leadership is a strategy that organizations implement by providing their products and services as low as customers are willing to pay, thereby being competitive and realizing a volume of sales that allow them to be the leaders in the industry. Typically, example of leaders are Walmart in the retail industry, McDonald's in the restaurant industry, and IKEA, the furniture retailer that offers low price yet good quality home equipment by sourcing its product in emerging markets, thereby having a high profit margin. Other examples of corporate strategies include the horizontal integration, the vertical integration, and the global product strategy. Example, when Multinational companies sell a homogeneous product around the globe. Corporate strategy are always growth-oriented, seeking to retain a company's existing customers base while attracting new customers.